Hi, welcome back to Small Talk Queens. I'm Megan.
I'm Joe.
STQ After Dark edition. We are back from our travels. So those of you, I can't even speak. I haven't even had a drink yet. Soon. Those of you that we're friends with on Facebook know that we have been out of town, and we actually just got back a little bit ago today. And so I'm a little bit wrinkled because I wore this in the car, and I just threw my brows on quick and got here quickly. So we had to do this tonight because so Kelly's I almost said stepfather. No, Christ Almighty.
Now that would be a show.
Kelly, look, it's been a long day of travel. Kelly's father-in-law passed away last week on our first day of vacation. So, and as Joe was pointing out, from now on, anytime we go away, my parents are going to have a physical.
Or their affairs in order before we go anywhere.
I don't mean to joke. Trust me, I don't mean to joke. We were gonna cancel the last half of our trip and come home, but the funeral got moved. Didn't get moved. The funeral got scheduled for the end of this week, so we did not have to cancel, but we would have. But it just would've. So those of you that follow, if you remember when we were in Louisiana, we were in New Orleans. Kelly's mother-in-law passed, and then that was on our first full day of New Orleans, and then on our first day in Boston. Cambridge, we got, and that was, anyway. So that's why Kelly's not here. And so we're having STQ. So we have Joe joining us for STQ After Dark, our last night of vacations. And look, our fun skull, it's hard to tell without the full, it's our fun skull mugs that I acquired for us last year from a place. Cheers.
They fell into your purse.
They fell into my purse. Show the can. It's all right. It's just the beer is okay. It's fun. How's it go? So this is from our fall pack that we got.
The Kunda Bev, yeah.
Which last night we sit down to dinner, and my phone blows up because my nephew's here checking out the house, making sure there's no robbers or whatever. So all of a sudden I look at my phone and I've got 8 missed text messages. So I have Sean doing a thorough walk around of the house, which really consisted of him checking the front door, walking around my car, and then getting back in the car and texting me. And then our friend Michael was beer shopping and wanted to know what were the appropriate fall beers, which were the better fall beers. So I was very quickly trying to get back to him before he left the store. And I knew he had to check out. And so as my dinner's coming, I'm eating, having a bite here and there, and then texting back and whatever. So it was quite the adventure. Then I schooled him lectured him. I told him that he's not a beer drinker. So I said, you're probably going to really like, because the one was the maple one that we drank on here.
Oh, the Maple Warlock, from Southern Tier. We
had that the last time you were on, I think.
Yes.
Because we just got in the fall pack. So we did not drink the whole case yet, people. See, we were having dry September, so we didn't do it.
It was soberish.
So sober-ish. I only drank twice, and you only drank once.
Yes.
And that's because it got close enough to October that I fucking had enough. Anyway, and that reminds me, sorry, if you're new, we're going to swear. I'm going to swear more than you will, probably. But we swear, and we say some things that probably will offend somebody. And I might have to burp, and that might be offensive to somebody.
Oh, wow. That'll be something.
Excuse me.
Like that.
Anyway, so tell us what this beer is.
So this is from Fat Orange Cat.
Which I've never heard of. Where's that from?
They are in North Haven, Connecticut. So I've heard of New Haven, Connecticut, but not North Haven.
I've not heard of North Haven.
And this is called Cautionary Tale Pumpkin Ale. So they're poets and they don't even know it. 8% alcohol by volume.
Christ.
Ale with pumpkin, vanilla, and spices.
It tastes like an ale. It tastes like a regular old ale. Maybe a little cinnamony.
And even the light window behind them is shaped like a cat. And that's a cat in a ghost costume.
Oh, look at that. Well, show. There you go. Isn't that fun?
So you see the tail and then the ears. That's a cat in a ghost costume. And
the
window itself is like a cat with the eyes.
Very cool. Very cool. That's
so what they lack in good beer, they make up for in creative
creative endeavors.
Art.
There we go.
So it's strong though, 8%. 8%. So watch yourself.
I know. So some of these fall beers, they will get you. So the ones I told Michael about, I said, because the Warlock, the maple one, you don't want to have that ice cold. Take it out of the. It's like a fine wine. A good beer is like a fine wine. Take it out of the fridge 10, 15 minutes before you drink it. Pour it into a glass always.
room temperature glass. Room temperature
oh
glass.
my God, the whole time we were gone, those fucking ice glasses, and nothing chaps my ass more than sitting down at a restaurant and wanting to have a beer.
Well, the one lady said, you don't want a cold glass. And you were like, no.
Yeah.
No cold glass.
Like, cause now I'm tired of it. We had our patience stretched
Tested.
and stretched and tested.
Tested to the limit.
This vacation, yeah. So first off, let's back up. Let's talk about it. So we went to Cambridge and Boston. I had never been before. I've been to other parts of Massachusetts, but I've never been to Cambridge. So that was my first time. And we went, and it was 80 degrees at the beginning of the week for 2 days. And then a cold front came in, and then it was 40 at night, 45 at night, and 62 during the day.
Yeah.
So we packed
so
for
I
all
packed
the seasons.
A little heavier than usual. Because we would have packed for Cape Cod and Boston separately. But since the weather was such a radical change while we were in Boston, we had to not pack separate bags for each location.
It was so that was that. Like that was the
that
first.
Caused a little
that was the
hecticness.
first little and traveling. I know traveling is like never easy for anybody, but so that was the first little hiccup was just like the weather being a bitch. And then in Cambridge was lovely. I mean, it's just kind of like it's busier than I thought it was because on TV they make it seem quieter.
Oh, it's like this quaint little town with all the roads are closed and no one ever drives on it.
Right.
And nobody ever walks down the sidewalk either, except for one or two people.
Right. And and I said this when we went past Harvard, our last day there, we did a drive by. Next time we're gonna walk around Harvard. My heel was all fucked up because the first day there, it was hot out and I had my Mary Janes on, one of 6 pairs of them. And they're dance goes because they're good for walking and they're really comfortable until your feet swell because you've been sitting in a car for 7 hours and then you have beer at lunch and then your feet swell because it's hot out and then you get a fucking blister. So I had the bad blister and so we were hoofing it down towards Harvard and then I'd had enough. Like then I would try to put a Band-Aid on my my ankles sweaty. It was I can't.
Then it was time to call the Uber.
It was time to call the Uber and that was it. Anyway,
And went right to dinner.
Right to dinner and so our hotel room. And I knew that it was going to be small, but I was not quite prepared with how small. And any of you that have ever traveled to I can only compare this to Manhattan, to New York. We went to the other year at Christmas.
The same thing.
We stayed in Brooklyn, and it was that room was actually a little bigger. That room was actually bigger than this room. So this room, we didn't have any kind of a dresser.
No.
We didn't have any kind of a closet.
No.
The closet was
refrigerator.
No refrigerator. No microwave. There was a communal microwave. In the downstairs somewhere. The fuck?
No.
No.
Have my food taste like somebody's nasty fish that they just microwaved. You know that's happening. You know it's going to happen.
Oh, it's awful. I can't. The people there could not have been friendlier.
They were nice. Very nice people. Yeah.
We were next door to, what the hell was the name of it?
MacArthur's.
MacArthur's?
MacArthur's.
Are you sure?
Or MacArthur's.
MacArthur's? Macaulay's.
No.
We were next to an Irish bar.
Do you want me to get it?
If you want to get it,
I want to give them a good shout out because they were a great place.
It was a great place. We spent a lot of time in there.
Every day.
We were there every day that we were there. So first, because it was right next to the hotel, we were starving when we got there. We needed to eat something and thought, let's have a beer. It was a long 7 hours in the car. So we went and had lunch and had a beer. I mean, you had to drive.
You hate going across the George Washington Bridge, and that's...
I do not like going over the George... I don't like bridges, and then the George Washington Bridge is always such a fucking beast.
It's always so crowded. At least this time there was not an ambulance. Last time when an ambulance tried to get through, and I'm like, you're blowing
Where
your
are you
siren.
going?
Like, where are you going?
Where the fuck are you going?
I mean, it's bumper to bumper across this bridge. Nobody can move over.
Right. Put my squirrel here. I'm going to show off my squirrel. So, okay. So, first day, we get checked in. There's no place. Oh, the closet was literally a hook on the wall with 3 hangers protruding from it.
Yeah.
And an ironing board set up behind that.
Yes.
Fuck. We just lived out of our suitcase. Well, we had no choice but to live out of our suitcases. We had 2 single beds, both on these wooden frames that I nailed my fucking ankles off of, right above my ankle, below my shin, whatever you call that.
Yeah. So no box.
My shankle.
No box spring, just a mattress on a wooden.
On a slab of gigantic wood that doesn't move. Luckily, they had those things on them, on the edges, so when you wrap your fucking bones off of them, it doesn't draw blood, but it still fucking hurts. So
McCarthy's Pub.
McCarthy's. Great
Live
place.
Irish music every night of the week, 7 to 10. Fantastic.
We caught it once. In such an eclectic... So
Yeah,
Cambridge was fascinating to me. First of all, there's a lot of wealth. And there's a lot of fucking... Like, it dawned on me while we were there how much fucking intelligence is there that I don't have. Like, you have, like, the smartest people in the country.
So one lesson learned for yourself, MIT, the M does not stand for Michigan. It stands for Massachusetts.
48 years old, and until 2 weeks ago, I thought that fucking MIT was in fucking Michigan.
Because I kept saying to Megan, well, we can go past MIT, and she kept looking at me like I wasn't speaking English.
Maybe I knew it was in Massachusetts, and I forgot. I don't know what happened.
But we went past it,
I
and
know.
there it was.
Didn't McGee on that show we liked?
Wallowitz went to MIT.
Wallowitz on Big Bang Theory went to MIT, but didn't McGee go there too?
He may have.
On what is that show?
NCIS.
NCIS. I totally blanked. Anyway, I wrapped my cup.
You are right,
because I love a bell sleeve. I love a bell sleeve. I'm gonna get back to Boston, Cambridge in a minute. But so I realized though a few things with these. One, so my jacket last night at dinner had the bell sleeve, and I had to roll the fuckers up because I was trying to like reach across the table, and I tried a new food last night. Right?
So what was your sleeve and your food? Lobster Norbert.
The lobster.
The Lazy Man lobster.
Lazy Man lobster.
But it's lobster Norbert.
Which I knew because I had researched it ahead of time meant that they dig the lobster out for you. But this was Lazy Man, and so sometimes it's covered with cheese and breadcrumbs, like a mac and cheese.
Well,
which I was
because
very
last
excited
year
about.
you know how to deshell a lobster.
Thanks to my mother's. Yes, last year to YouTube it. Well, I can't. I still won't. Anyway, so the bell sleeve of my jacket last night was a bitch. And then today, when we stopped at the rest stop to use the bathroom, I was trying to wash my hands, and then the fucking sleeve, so I'm trying to, like, the soap on my hands, like, get it out of the way. Look, there's my burn. You can still see it.
Oh.
From back in June when I made the turkey. Oh. Speaking of turkeys, squirrel. So the turkey farmers, get ready, people, because in case... Those of you in the United States of America, in case we don't have enough bullshit going on right now you get to worry about your fucking turkey. If you're like us, you have one from last year that you got free for spending enough at one of the many grocery stores.
Absolutely.
Their turkey, I saw this earlier today, turkey farmers are battling a bunch of diseases. So the price of the fucking turkey is going to skyrocket for Thanksgiving.
Maybe that's what that guy was talking about from Ireland.
But all over when we finally got to Cape Cod...
Yeah, just go there and get your turkey for free.
Turkeys, like we have crows here, just like a whole gaggle of them, like in someone's yard.
Yeah,
that was wild. Okay, so back to Cambridge. Okay,
wild turkey, literally.
Cambridge, Boston. Okay, so so first day there, as we're walking down towards Harvard, and I'm thinking about the smartest people in the whole world, and I had 2 beers in me, the price tag still dangling off of this. Excuse me, they had a paper source, which was very exciting because we used to have a paper source here and they closed it. So I got this little guy, right? This little squirrel, just like, I could not resist this. I can't believe I paid $14 for it. But it is super it is super fucking cute.
I came home with no prizes from our trip.
That's not a prize I got. You got beer. Anyway, so Cambridge and Boston was a great time. So we saw all the universities. Boston College is a beautiful campus. Oh my God!
Out in the suburbs of Boston.
It is it's not downtown Boston.
But you wanted to see it, so we went out.
It's beautiful. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful.
Should we talk about our restaurants?
Let's talk about the restaurant. Let's talk about the restaurants. So we were so pleased. Our friend George was traveling for his birthday. Happy belated birthday, George.
Happy birthday, George.
So we met up for dinners with him while we were there.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you. I love the skull. Look, it looks like the mouth is moving when my beer moves. Look at that. Fun for hours. And let me stop.
I didn't want beer.
So we had looked up. We had already researched like what restaurants kind of to go to. So one we wanted to go to, we couldn't get in until the day before. I kept checking it just to see if anything opened because sometimes these fancy places, and not that it's fancy, but like really good restaurants that are like in high demand, like with really good food. Because it wasn't, there's nothing fancy about it, but it's like we have these like here in Philadelphia, they're in demand. So like they only schedule so far out, and then you have to pay. We pay to reserve a table. I have to go back and make sure I got everything paid back too for not missing any of our. Remind me to do that.
Okay.
Remind me to do that. So the first night we go to this. We researched great restaurants to go to. Okay, so we went to dinner. where they served. So we went to the bar first to watch some of the Phillies game.
Can we say it?
Sure, if you remember, I don't remember the names.
Was it Bombaria?
No. Bamboozled. I don't remember.
I don't remember when you left there.
Bar Mazzana?
No, that was the last night with George.
Oh, it was his birthday night. It was a good meal.
That was a good meal. I will look it up.
It was unfortunate because he was under the weather, and that was my favorite meal.
No, Scampo was when he was under the weather.
Right. The Scampo was my favorite meal when he was under the weather.
Scampo was the second night.
That was the second night. It's a really cool place. It used to be a prison, and then they turned it into a very swanky hotel because they looked up the rooms, and it was started at like $890 and went up for one night. So it used to be a prison, and then until like what 1990?
Yeah, 1990.
It was a jail. It was like a local, not a prison. It was a local, very big jail in Boston.
I think it was an actual prison.
Was it a prison?
A prison.
Okay, well, it was a good-sized prison. A good-sized jail, good-sized prison. Anyway, it was a very cool building. And those of you that I'm friends with on Facebook, I posted pictures from it. So the one, it was lovely out. It was breezy because the cold front was moving in that day. And Alibi. So they had all these pictures of people. Celebrities. American celebrities. Some are like Macaulay Culkin. Prince. I didn't know Prince had been arrested. Was Tim Allen on there? Tim Allen was on there. And then other people like Whitey Bulger.
They had that goof Snoop Dogg. He was on there.
Just not a Snoop Dogg fan. Look, I like the Snoop Dogg. Anyway, so they had like the mug shots of them all around the inside. It was really cool. Delightful people. I found the people of Boston in general. Bambara.
That's where we went the first night.
Our waitress could not have been nicer. This is back to the first night. To the first night.
First night, slow as molasses. The whole staff was slow as molasses.
I mean, it was painfully slow. And then what really chapped my ass is if you're going to charge me fucking $18 for a martini, one, you're going to fill the fucking cup. I don't care for the cup, the glass. Whatever kind of martini glass you use, they use the rounded ones, which I'm fine with. They're easy to get around. But don't fill that fucker half full and then charge me full price.
True.
And for every one I had, and I had a few,
they were that way.
They were that way. I think, did we get the one round free because it took so fucking long for her to come back to us? Or did she just put a little bit more martini in that one?
Maybe. I don't know.
I thought something. I don't remember. I mean, we were there for so long.
There are a few places that forgot to put a round of drinks on our
which was nice. It was a nice treat. I don't know
if that was on purpose or by accident, but it happened a few times.
It happened a few times. Also, though, the minute that we sat down, as soon as our friend got there and we sat down, was when my cell phone went off. My cell phone blew up, which was my nephew trying to call me. And I'd already told him that we were out for the night, and I could not talk to him until the next day. And then I got a message that Pop had died. And I'm like, as we're sitting down to the table at the dinner, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I have to get on my phone to find out, like, is this real or is this because he gets confused sometimes, doesn't always understand things that are said. And so I wasn't sure if this was a for real thing. And there have been a lot of, in the last month, a lot of
false starts.
That's one way of putting it. A lot of Pop-Up isn't doing well. Pop-Up isn't going to make it. And there's been a lot of confusion.
Yeah.
With him and his health and his passing and what. So this. So now I'm trying to text Kelly to find out, is this really going on? And I'm sorry, I'm at dinner.
Bullpen kind of conversations.
Yeah. So this was all as we're sitting down to dinner.
Yeah.
So that restaurant, and they asked for me to do a review, which I
got one.
I did not say anything that wasn't true.
No, it's true. It's true.
I gave a full review. The food was good, but the service it was so slow. Super slow. I mean, like I think we were there till like 2.5 hours. For no reason, it should have been 2.5 hours. No. And it's just other than it was so slow between drinks and courses and whatever.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what the hell I even ate because now that was a week and a half ago. I can't remember, but I remember it being good.
I had a lobster roll and clam chowder there.
I had fish of some kind, swordfish. I had swordfish. It was good. I remember it being dry. There we go. The martinis were good, but they were small. The server was lovely. She was so nice. We were chatting about fake nails because she liked mine. Aren't they fun for fall? And they've stayed on for the most part too, which is remarkable. Anyway, but so then the restaurant responded to me and said that they were sorry that, and each of the points that I had made, and they did thank me for pointing out that our server was very friendly. She was very nice, and we tipped her well. I'm sure it wasn't her fault that it was so fucking slow. Oh, painfully slow. Anyway. And then that night, we did not go back to the Irish bar because...
Yes, we did.
I thought we went back so I could call Kelly.
I think you went and called Kelly, then we went to the Irish bar.
Oh, we did?
Because the first night they played late. there were like 4 or 5 guys
Oh my God, that
that
was the next
started when we
night.
first got there, and then it finished. There was like 2 by the end of it, but we were there to midnight that first night.
Okay. I thought that was the next night because we slept in the day that it rained.
Maybe we were there late every night.
So day 2, we went and hoofed it around the north end, right?
We did.
The
we
north
went to see
end.
Paul Revere's house.
Paul Revere's house, which I also did not know until this trip, and you told me. So Paul Revere is basically like
Slightly a fraud.
Slightly a fraud. He was one of the Minutemen who went and,
he was one of many.
The British are coming. But he wasn't the only one. And
No,
growing
there
up,
were
the
many-
education basically makes it sound like he is the one that went and spread the news.
He's famous because of the poem.
From Longfellow, I
Yeah.
think. Longfellow?
Yeah. He's famous because of that. But there were many people that rode saying the British are coming and warned everyone that to be prepared. He was not the only one. But if you read the poem and if you look at history,
Right.
a lot of people will.
He's the only
think
one that I
he's
remember learning about. But we also have to remember
That's because of the poem.
was also 40 years ago. I mean, I don't. Whenever we learned
you
about
were.
the
I thought you were
revolution,
going to say 40 years ago. He was riding a
No.
horse. I was going to say, wait, that was a long time ago.
40 years ago for the Revolutionary War was a long time ago. So Paul Revere's house was interesting, but it was just
40 years
like
that you learned about
that I learned about it.
Okay.
Sorry, okay. Back up.
Clarification
Back
there.
up.
Just making sure.
Okay. His house was cool.
Small.
Do we have to pay to go in? We paid to go into
We
that.
did. We have
$6
$12 a
apiece.
person.
Oh God, we did. Okay.
Yeah.
For a self-guided tour, and the house is just like all the houses we went to in Salem. I mean, it's
like if you've been to Judge's house in Salem,
it looked the same on the outside. It looked the same on the inside. It was cool. Okay, great. Okay, Paul Revere. Okay, whatever. Now I will tell you. So my takeaways from Boston. First of all, so the North End is like Europe.
Very hilly.
It's you got the fucking cobblestone. You've got brick. You've got narrow streets. You've got with cars can't get down. We saw the Amazon driver. I had never seen this before. The Amazon driver unloads somewhere onto a big cart and then goes down the small roads and alleyways with the cart to deliver the Amazon goods, which I thought was fascinating.
Yeah.
That's when we were having a minute at the park so I could call Sean back, who, the poor guy, blowing up the phone, all the things. He was getting home from school. I had the bad blister. I had to get the Band-Aid on again that next day.
We did see the Old North Church. We walked there.
Yes, we did not go into that.
We did not go in. We just went and kind of sat in the courtyard a little bit. We did not take the tour because your feet were in a bad way.
My feet were in a bad way. My foot was in a bad way.
We did try to. So there are a lot of pizza places there that are fairly well known,
and bakeries
and bakeries. So a lot of people do this Mike's versus Modern, which are 2 bakeries that are kind of catty corner to one another to try their cannolis. But for those of you going, they're cash only. The pizza places were all cash only. Yeah. The pastry places were all cash
and
only.
And I didn't that day. I think I put a 20 in my purse and left my wallet.
That's something to prepare yourself for.
Yeah.
I mean, I had seen the thing about Mike's versus Moderns, but no one mentioned that they were cash only.
Well, so we did get a cannoli off the beaten path.
We found another one that was highly recommended, but way off the beaten path.
One thing was that it was way more crowded than I anticipated it being, and I guess, I don't know why. There were a lot of people from the South. There's a big group from Texas that was there. Yeah. My guess is that they must homeschool their kids, because we saw that in Cape Cod, too. Like there were a lot of kids that I was not anticipating. Yeah. So either they have a flex schedule with school of some sort, or a lot of homeschooled, and then there were some foreigners. Like the one family was British, I think, French, that sat next to us.
They spoke French, yes.
They spoke French. All I heard was an accent when we were at the Tea Party tour.
Yeah.
The Tea Party tour was very cool. I enjoyed the Tea Party tour. It was a great little...
That was Wednesday.
And that was a great... Sorry, I'm all over the map with this.
So
back to Tuesday.
Tuesday, then we went to... after the North End, we went to Scampo's for dinner, which was in the old
Well, they pronounce
jail.
it Scampo.
Scampo's.
I pronounce it Scampo.
Which is right next to Mass General, if you're familiar with...
It's behind it, yes.
Boston.
So that was the prison that they turned into... it's 2 bars.
A luxury hotel.
It is luxury hotel, 2 bars, and a fucking phenomenal restaurant. That's the night I had the Squid Ink...
Yes. Yeah.
Excuse me, the spaghetti...
Squid
angel hair, whatever, was squid ink. So it's black. It's a black noodle is what it is, because they cook it in the squid ink and it turns to black. It's very salty. It's very good.
What did I have? A halibut? I don't even remember what I had that night.
God, I don't remember.
George wasn't well, so I took half of his gnocchi.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I don't remember. We had a lot of really good meals. I remember Scampo was delicious.
And a very cool place.
It was a very cool place. And then, so that whatever the jail was, it's now the restaurants and bars.
Liberty
it was
Hotel,
really cool. The Liberty Hotel, is that what it was?
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the upstairs bar we went to, because the waitress downstairs
That was called the Clink.
told us go upstairs to the Clink, and you could see it's like circular, and you could see how like it had the different wings. It was very cool.
Right, like how being a courtyard in the middle, and then the prison cells around.
Yeah, it was very, very cool. And that night we went back to MacArthur's or whatever it's called. MacArthur's. And there was a lot of weird shit going on that night there, if I recall correctly. Was that the night with the...
Yeah, it was the guys with the one guy with the weird Michael Jackson jacket on.
These three guys came in with old time, like 1980s leather jackets. One was blue, one was red, and one was yellow maybe. It was like a Halloween party. Oh wait, it was okay.
And they had the line dancing upstairs.
It was loud upstairs. It was very interesting. It was like
there was an Irish reggae band next door.
Right. I said, "What is that?" It says Irish reggae. I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to fucking go see what this is. And they kept closing the curtain, so I went over and popped my head in. I'm like, Irish reggae. It just sounded like regular music. It didn't sound like anything. I don't know. They were all decked out for Halloween, though.
It was very, very well decorated.
So Cambridge, I will say, after seeing a bit of Cambridge, they got into the Halloween. Like, people were decorated. In our area outside Philadelphia, this place is done up. But people do the decorations here. Obviously, you know that we do. Cambridge was done the fuck up. I mean, it was the restaurants were done, the bars were done, the homes had some fucking pimp things going on beautiful there. Homes, I mean, they had some beautiful homes with awesome, like the one house we went by. I think they had people. They looked like they had hired people to decorate for them.
Yeah,
phenomenal though. And then we didn't have that in Cape Cod. They don't decorate. I'll get back to that. It was very strange. Is there another beer while we're sitting here?
Sure.
Okay. We have to get up for it. Hang on. Here we go. He's getting up to get another beer. So the first, second, third, the days are all running together. We've been gone for so long.
The third day was the Boston Tea Party Museum.
All right, and we went to
Bar Mezzana.
I forget the hell it was called. That was a cool place, though. It had a cool vibe. It was in a cool... Oh, we went to Trillium that day, too.
We did go to Trillium
that
day.
After the Paul Revere... No, after the Tea Party tour, and here's me. I'm like, this is a replica of the ship, right? This isn't like the real ship, right? From 1600 or the fuck 1700, whatever it was. That tour, though, did make me want to, like, go back and watch, like, or read something about, like, the Revolutionary War, because it's... I mean...
Interesting how history repeats itself.
It is. We were... Anyway... We'll stop there on that. Anyway, moving on. So my takeaways from Boston in general. So the North End that we were at reminded me very much of a European town with the cobblestone and the brick and the cash only and the whatnot.
Open air, like well, it was also a warm day, but the restaurants, they can open up
all
their front doors.
Air,
it's kind of all open and
oh yeah. So we popped into. So we were gonna get pizza, but so the pizza places were cash only. We popped into a place to get lunch. I ordered a Caesar salad and I asked for the anchovies because of course I love anchovies. So yes, so I there was a bite of salad, right, and so the anchovies were in a little dish, but then they had like it was a huge, big, gorgeous looking Caesar salad, and I put the first bite in my mouth and I was like chewing on this fucking thing. It was a piece of cardboard in my salad. And I have a good gag reflex. So then that came out of my mouth and I'm like inspecting it. Like, what the fuck is this? Cardboard. Push the salad away. I'm done. I did pick some of the anchovies out of the bowl though. Because fuck that. I was hungry, and I wanted the anchovies. So they gave us a free drink. We got a free drink that day.
And yours was free. Your lunch was free.
My lunch was, I didn't eat my lunch. Because I had like
a caprese. No, I had
a $20 tomato salad.
Tomato salad did not come with cheese.
No cheese. It was like I would make. It was tomatoes, onions, and calamari.
It was tasty. $20.
No, I mean I could make that 6 nights here for $20 fucking dollars. Anyway, it was good because I had some bites of it. Anyway, so that was disappointing. And then there were lines. Should we name that place or no? Or leave that? I don't even fucking remember the name of the place.
Quattro.
Quattro?
Yeah,
okay.
It was on the corner of down the street from Mike's. So
it was nice. There was open air there too. So all these open air places.
Don't get the cardboard
We refused. Yeah, right. We refused to wait in line. Like, I'm not waiting in line for a fucking cannoli. We have good cannolis here. We have really good cannolis here.
Yeah.
So we were wandering around, you know, and went like off of one of the side streets, and because there's pizza places everywhere, and there are bakeries everywhere. So we went to the bakery we popped into.
It feels very much like an Italian section. I know Paul Revere was Italian, but it seemed like it was a very Italian section. He
was Italian?
No,
you were joking. Oh. I'm like, wait, I thought anyway, right. He was not
The
Italian.
North End, I think, is mostly Italians.
It's where the Italians are. The South End is where the Irish are.
Yes.
Okay.
We did not go to the South.
The Southeast. We did not go to the South End. No, wait, I thought we... no.
Maybe the next time.
We were in the,
Maybe
we were
go
in the
back.
financial district. We were down by the water. I mean, we kind of like saw like a lot of Boston, but our last day there was windy and fucking windy. I mean, fucking windy out.
And we had the car tour.
And we had a driving tour, which was fine. I was fine because I wore my boots that day and I shouldn't have. It's like super cute with my outfit, but then my feet were swollen from the martinis I had the night before, and like take the boot off in the car. Anyway, we got to see a lot of it though that we wouldn't have seen otherwise.
There were some
the Voyager thing. Christ, the fucking cruise thing. The cruise thing. I was thinking Voyager cruises. Maybe I don't ever want to go on a cruise. So we pass. We're like in the harbor. Yeah. We're in fucking Boston Harbor, where the cruise ships pull up. Boston. Right. It is windy and cold out, and these people are lines of like wrapping lines for like blocks. People standing.
Looked terrible.
Right, our tour guide, we're all like, what the fuck? Like, people standing in the cold and the wind with their suitcases, waiting for someone to come along.
She does this tour all the time. She said, I've never seen it like this.
Right, check their baggage.
And then stand in another line.
Just stand in another line till they could board the boat. This was like a mile of this, right? Yeah. I mean, this went on like forever. Oh, yeah. I was like, what in the fuck is happening? Like what? Who are these people with their suitcases? She's like, this is for the cruise. And I was like,
who wants to do that?
Look, those of you that go and do this,
you cruisers, go for it. No, thank you.
I mean, I don't know. That's like I've never heard of this experience before, and I know people who've gone on cruises and have never said like what
I had to wait in such a long line.
Horror it is to try to get on the fucking boat.
This looked awful.
That looked awful. Speaking of cruise ships, though, whoa. So the documentary we watched about the girl that went missing from the cruise in the 90s.
Oh, who fell overboard or may not have fallen overboard.
So we talked about it on here. Either you and I talked about it or Kelly and I talked about it. This was over the summer. And since then, since the Netflix documentary that was on, Amy, her name was Amy something, I think.
Right.
They've gotten a lot of calls and sightings and 3 actual bits of information that they believe are like legitimate.
That she's in some kind of third world country.
So the parents believe that she is not dead, and they believe they don't have any hard facts saying like yes it's sex trade or whatever, but there've been some things that some leads that they've gotten that have actually panned out, and they didn't go into. So this was via maybe People, I don't remember. This was on the other night when I'm like laying in bed, whatever, trying to read, like scrolling and reading and whatever, like some news things here and there. Anyway, but there. So yes, I meant to. Anyway, speaking of cruise ships,
interesting.
That was interesting. Anyway, okay, what else?
So the car tour on Thursday, and then we went to Orlena for dinner. I believe that's
Orlena. That was the one we couldn't get into
until the last moment.
And I kept trying, and then somebody canceled. It was like five. It was a 5:30 reservation.
That's fine.
So we took the 5:30 reservation. And we were closer to the table next to us than you and I are sitting right now.
Yeah.
They sat us. There was like, what is that? 2 to 3 inches between our table and the table next to us. We were in their conversation. Yeah. We were just in their conversation. So that was, look, the food was excellent. So that was like Turkish and Middle Eastern.
Yes, it was very good.
And it comes out like it's all like small plates for sharing.
Family style.
Like family style.
She said. So
it was goddamn
2
good.
2 to 3 plates per person was their recommendation.
Excuse me. So we did 6.
Yeah.
And all of that was like new to me. With the deviled eggs, I've had deviled eggs before. These had tuna in them. They were very good.
They were.
The rest of the stuff I don't know the names of it. I mean, they had spinach falafel, which was excellent.
It was good. Yeah.
Everything came out like a piece of art. I mean, like I felt bad eating it. It was beautiful.
Yeah. And you posted the pictures of all those.
Yeah, well, one thing I didn't get a picture of because I tore into it before. I was starving. And the other one, I tasted it because it came with some kind of like
if it was
peppercorn sauce or something. Yeah. So I wanted to taste it before you did. And then I forgot because I took a picture of it missing a fucking dumpling. There was like these little tiny, bite-sized little whatever dumplings they were.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good though. Everything was new. The dessert that I got, which I don't remember the name of, it was like a cheese custard something, like I don't know. It was good. I was too full though. I didn't finish it, but it was. I'm glad I tried it. It was interesting. And you had a chocolate mousse cake with a sassafras.
Yes, sassafras.
I almost said icing. No, ice cream. Right. Okay. So then we fast forward. Right, we're done with Boston, Cambridge. I think.
We could talk about what we procured for March while we were there. So. Every year, the Dropkick Murphys do their St. Patrick's Day.
We just saw them at AC
shows.
2 months ago.
They do their shows the week of St. Patrick's Day. They do about 4 or 5 shows. So we were able to procure tickets for one of the nights. Got it on the pre-sale and got in, and we have our tickets for St. Patrick's Day week.
So we're going back to Boston.
We're shipping up to Boston.
Shipping out to... Oh, wait. We didn't tell what this beer is. Here, show that one. Hang on. Then we'll get back.
So this is Anderson Valley Brewing Company.
That's California.
And it's called Fall Hornin Pumpkin Ale.
With the bear with the antlers. Anderson Valley is California, right? Please, we'll be examining. Yeah.
Boonville, California, wherever that would be.
Is the bear like the symbol of California? Because the other...
I don't know.
The other brewing company that we get beer from out there has a bear on it.
Firestone.
That wasn't the one I was thinking of, but okay.
Ale brewed with pumpkin and spices. What are you thinking, Russian River?
Russian River, they have a bear. This is all right.
Yeah,
this one smells better than the other. This one smells cinnamony, but it doesn't really taste like it.
I'm trying to find the ABV on this.
It's all right. It tastes like an ale.
This is 6%.
Okay. This one, you can't do the mouth on this one as well because I drank too far down. Anyway. Okay, so then we went to Cape Cod where we had the hiccup.
Time to check out.
What?
Time to check out and head south to Cape Cod.
Head to Cape Cod. And the area we were in, so first it was Hyannis, like where the Kennedys have their place. Not all the way down the Kennedys have their place, but so we're in Hyannis. And
right next
they
to them.
have all these like cute little like motels. Like they're super cute. They're all look kind of the same. And we booked one. It had a decent rating. I think it was an 8.2 rating on Expedia or whatever. Okay.
Sounds good.
Right? I read through comments that were given up to like the day before we went. All good. I can't even. We got there. Joe came down with a little bit of a bug, so he wasn't feeling well. So, but we have a dinner reservation, and it's one that you have to pay for. So we kind of had to I'm sure if I called, they would have canceled our reservation and without charging us. But, I mean, we went anyway. We got back when we first checked into the hotel, I killed a tiny little bug, right? Okay, whatever. This place has probably been vacant since Labor Day, right? Yeah. Whatever. I did Google it quickly to make sure it wasn't a bed bug, right? No. I killed it inside the dresser drawer. Which then I examined with my flashlight on my phone, every single drawer like 3 times, because I was like, whatever. And I thought to myself, do not unpack your suitcase. But I did. I unpacked the suitcase before we went to dinner, because I thought, I'm tired of living out of a fucking suitcase for the last however many days while we're in Cambridge. But I'd gone through the drawers, I had my flashlight, we did the whole bed bug check, we did everything, right? I checked everything. Every nook and cranny, we fucking checked it. Fine. Everything's fine. We're at dinner. It's very hot in the restaurant. And then Joe suddenly is very unwell. So I inhaled a very expensive meal so that, I mean, it wasn't the kind of thing we could
We were at the Ocean House and we had the window seat, which was really
so we got
fantastic.
We're out right next to the ocean. We can see the ocean. I'm watching the sunset.
Was fading fast.
It was very, very warm. I mean, I was like, whoa, this is way too hot in here, which made you feel worse. And it just, so I slammed down the martinis. I had 2. Inhaled the meal. Did we take yours with us? I don't even
Yes,
remember.
we took mine with us because I got scallops, so I thought that would be kind of tame for my stomach. But
yeah, no.
They showed up, and I just looked at them and thought, I can't do this.
No. I inhaled the appetizers because what we were paying for them, you can't really. I mean, one was raw tuna. We're not taking raw tuna with us, and you were not about to eat it. No. So they came to the table. I'm like, oh, you're not eating this. Like, no, you're not eating this. Anyway, we get back, and I find a bug. I think it was in the bathroom. Okay, so I kill a little bug, but it looks just like the other little bug, and I'm thinking, these bugs look familiar. I've seen these bugs. Then I killed another one. Teeny tiny little guy. Then I looked it up, and they were baby roaches. I'm like, oh, that's why. Yes, I've seen these before in the classroom where I used to teach. In my nasty old apartment. I can't even. I mean, so I'm losing my mind. So I pick up the phone to call the front desk, and while I'm calling the front desk to say, look, this is not okay, and he's like, no problem, come down. I'll move you to a new room. 2 little babies crawled out of the fucking like speaker hole thing, like on the. I can't even. So and then
I killed 2 more.
And you killed 2 more. And then I found one on top of the dresser, which I put the ice bucket on top of. And then when I moved the ice bucket, it was gone. I can't. I lost
You're out of there.
my fucking mind. So taking out my clothes, which I unpacked and fucking shook everything out. You want me to shake everything out?
Shaking. We're
Thank
shaking.
God we did not unload yours.
Shaking like a Polaroid
taking stuff
picture.
out of our bags and like everything was being shaken. Like, I mean, we're not taking these fucking bugs with us. Unpacking what wasn't unpacked, shaking it out, putting it back, taking the things that were unpacked, shaking them out, packing them back up again, put everything into the car, and I get online and find us a new hotel because we need a new hotel.
Right.
Get the new hotel, and it's so new that the address doesn't come up. So
it was a Best Western.
It was a
variant.
Right.
So the only one that came up was a Best Western, so I thought,
and it was
okay,
lovely.
this has got to be it.
Right.
Here we go. Boom.
We pull
get
in.
There.
It's in the middle of like a woodsy area.
I got the trolley. I'm unloading the bags.
And I'm inside with the woman. She's like, I don't have you on here. I'm like, I just made the reservation. Maybe it's not showing up yet. And she couldn't have been nicer. And I'm like near tears because like I can't with the fucking roaches. I was so upset. And you weren't feeling well, and it just was like, oh my God. And she's like, I told her the name of it, and she's like, no, this isn't that. What? She wouldn't go back down the other one. Like, oh my God. So I go running outside, yelling to Joe.
Off the trolley they came.
Stop. We're at the wrong place. And I thought we were heading the wrong place but whatever. I mean, you put it in the GPS, and okay, here we go.
It's the only Best Western that came up.
So we go to the new one.
Aiden by Best Western.
Aiden by Best Western, which is nonsense, but whatever, fine. So we pull in. Right? Lots of cars.
Lots of cars.
We pull in, and I go to walk into the lobby, and there are 300 fucking girls running around. Ages 7 to 11.
Yeah.
Some kind of fucking Girl Scout convention. I don't know what.
Soccer tournament.
It ended up being a soccer tournament. And
somewhere there was also an ice hockey tournament going on. A
girls.
boys ice hockey tournament. Boys.
Are you sure? Whatever.
I don't know.
Look. There were 300
These
young
girls
girls.
were most definitely soccer players because I saw them the next day in their uniforms, so they were definitely soccer. Or for Sarah and Wayne, football players.
Football players, right? So you think, okay, big deal. Well, because people don't have a fucking parent anymore. They don't have a fucking parent.
Too much of the goddamn Gilmore Girls.
They're getting fucking drunk somewhere, right? So the kids, we go into our room.
The mothers are having lesbian sex or something.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's true.
Nothing's wrong with that, by the way, either.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, as Jerry Seinfeld would say.
We are not against lesbianism. Let me make that clear.
I didn't say I was against it. I'm
just
saying that's what they were doing.
Okay, anyway. Whatever the mothers were doing, and some of the fathers, they were... The kids literally would run screaming from one end of the very long hallway in the wing that we were in to the other end, screaming and pounding and thundering up and down the hallway. And they made a loop of it, so it went upstairs too. So it's so loud, and we're done. You don't feel good. We're like, let's go to fuck to bed. And I called down to the front desk. Like, this has to stop. Like, it's 9 o'clock. Like, what's... Oh, they can do it till 9. Well, it is 9, lady. What the fuck? Like, I mean, other people are not... It's okay. They'll be done by 9. Well, how about you go say something to the fucking parents? All I know is I never would have been allowed to do that.
No.
I mean, like, ever. I mean, screaming and
when
running.
They yanked me into that hotel room so fast, my head would have spun.
Right, playing in the fucking ice thing. I mean, like, I can't. Unattended, in their bathing suits. All I could think was, this is like a fucking Dateline. It's like a Dateline waiting to fucking happen.
The forensic file.
So
back here looking in the ice machine.
Next day, we're supposed to go whale watching, and it's the only nice day that we're going to have to go. We wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning with the fucking soccer players playing soccer in the room above us. The screaming and the running up and down the hallway started again, and they were literally, they had to have been jumping on and off the beds upstairs. I mean, it was just
horrific.
I mean, like, it was like they were in the room with us. It was truly unbelievable. And so I go to sleep with this, and then I wake up to this at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it goes on until like 8:39. I mean, it went on for like 2 hours in the morning.
A shoe may have been thrown at the ceiling of our hotel room.
Oh, that came a little bit later. I forgot about the shoe. My big clunky Mary Jane. I picked it up and threw it at the ceiling.
Oh, yeah.
And then it ricocheted off of a picture. And I'm very glad the picture did not fall and break, so that I did not throw any more shoes then. And Joe saw a whole new level of my agitation that you're probably not anticipating seeing. I was done. You were
losing it.
We had to cancel the whale watching. So, cause, I mean, I'm like in tears because I'm like exhausted. It's a really bad start to the trip. And we kept thinking we should have just canceled. We were going to cancel, when
Mike
Kelly's father-in-law died. We should have just canceled. We shouldn't have come here. Like, whatever. So, we ended up going out later in the day. You were finally feeling better.
We went to Captain Parker's for lunch.
We went to Captain... and I ate. You sat and watched me. We walk in, and there are all the fucking soccer players.
Sitting at a table, big table.
And I was like, oh, my God. I'm like, put us away from the children. And he goes, oh, they're everywhere. There's a big soccer... That's how we found out there's a big soccer tournament going on this weekend. I said, okay, as far away from the noisiest part as possible, because this is in our hotel right now, and I'm like, at my wit's end. This poor guy seating us did not need to hear all of that, but he did. And he sat us, thank God, in an area where it was mostly just adults. Yay. So we go back to the hotel to have a rest. The fucking tournament was over. We lay down for a few minutes, and the fucking running and the screaming and the jumping starts up. And then that was, and then we left. Then we called an Uber and went out.
We went to Finn's.
We went to this place called Finn's and had some drinks and
by that point I'm feeling better, so now I'm able to
so you're like a 24-hour bug, so that was gone.
Yeah, I mean, we drove down to Chatham to try and kill some time.
Right, when we drove all over, when we saw a bunch of things, it was lovely. That part was lovely. It just, the hotel sucked. And then Saturday night, we had it all over again. I called down the front desk again. Oh, well, they can do it till 9. Okay. Sunday night, they did it until 9:30. Mm-hmm. That was nice. I did not throw any more shoes. Today, when we checked out, and the woman said to me, there's also a huge language barrier. There's a big language barrier. I'm going to leave it at that. Big language barrier. But today, we're checking out, and she said, how was your stay? And I said, it was awful. And, laughs. Thank you. Come again. And all I could do was laugh and walk away because I actually wanted to hit her. I mean, I was like, I'm going to take my shoe off, throw it at you, you fucking dumb whore. I mean, I was like, oh my God, I can't.
Thank you, come again.
So, they are getting a very bad review. And they emailed too, like check out, the night before last, check out whatever, and blah,
something
blah, blah.
Something we can do to make it better before you leave.
Yeah, so I emailed them back and I got nothing. I'm not going to get anything. I might actually do a chargeback for the first half of it. I'm going to look into that. Look, I am pissed off because there is no excuse, one, for the fucking parents that allowed that. So to you parents that allow that kind of thing, go fuck yourself. I mean, if you're like with the Girl Scouts, with Girl Scouts, we would go away. We were not chasing each other up and down the fucking hallway.
Nope.
My mother was a Girl Scout leader. Could you imagine this for a minute? But even still, there was no up and down the hallways screaming. We were not jumping on and off the beds. No. We were not doing any of this shit. Saturday night, I came out of the room and looked around and said something, and the girl stopped and said, it wasn't us. And I'm like...
I just caught you mid-run.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't even really remember what I said. It was like, I didn't swear at them or anything. I was just like, okay. And I think all I did was actually make it worse. It was so loud I couldn't hear the turn the TV up because we couldn't fucking hear.
Yeah.
And I think it just got worse. And I yelled a couple times, shut the fuck up. Like I was at my wit's end. I mean, I was really at the end of my rope.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we got to try a few new places this time.
We did.
There's a huge group of people. There's the influx of people this weekend for
Columbus Day weekend,
which is now the Indigenous People Weekend, which is not celebrated everywhere, but clearly the schools in Massachusetts
Still celebrate it.
were off school on Monday. Although when I taught in Philly, we were closed. All bank holidays were closed.
Yeah.
So
I've never had that day off in my education or in my professional careers. You missed your mouth there,
sons
wife.
of bitches.
There we go. There
I
it
was
is.
so
Look at
riled
that.
up.
So riled. Is the shoe gonna fly?
I don't have any shoes on.
Oh, thank goodness.
Rumpled. Sorry. Anyway.
So then we went to.
I'm like, what's next? I brain farted.
So we went to Bayline, right, for some pickled vegetables and a couple of drinks.
Oh, a new wine bar that's open by. Oh, so we got a nor'easter. So.
Kind of like the last time we were there.
We weren't supposed to get a nor'easter. Well, first they were saying possible bad weather because of a tropical storm, hurricane thing out of the water. Okay. Well, then we got a nor'easter. And it poured down rain, which, I mean, okay. Like, because we couldn't reschedule the whale watching. The ferry closed from Nantucket to... So we couldn't even get to, like, Nantucket.
The Coast Guard had to go out and rescue someone.
Oh, some guy fell off a fucking ferry. I can't even. I don't know how this shit happens. I have a glare coming off. Sorry, guys. We have the Halloween lights on across from us. It's dark on the other side of the room, but the light is reflecting behind us. It actually looks much brighter than it really is. I'm not really sure why that is, but anyway, it's like dusk. But anyway, the wine bar was interesting.
Also slow service.
Very slow service. Christ.
For a place that didn't have many people in it.
Yeah, that service. Look, that sucked.
Yeah. Then we went to the Pheasant for dinner, which is excellent.
Which was excellent, but they want you to have like the whole like 6-course kind of meal thing, but we weren't that hungry.
No.
I didn't want to. I think we'd had lobster rolls earlier in the day. Yeah. I don't remember. Which day did we go to Treehouse?
Treehouse, we went on Columbus Day itself.
On Monday. Treehouse Brewing. In Massachusetts. Fantastic.
Sandwich, specifically.
We went last year with our parents, and it was so crowded we couldn't get in, so we left. So don't go on a rainy Saturday. So we went on a rainy Monday.
Don't do that either.
And we left because of the children. Take your kids to the brewery. I get it. And again, like, we don't have kids. Maybe that makes me more critical. I don't know. If we have kids, though, I'd like to think that I'm not going to have them running all over the fucking brewery. There are signs that say not to.
Right.
The best part is there's this family, and they've taken 2 tables, and they have a baby on the floor and the toys, and the father's kind of like behind the baby, making sure everything is in order, and nobody walks on the baby, which is good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a goaltender.
And so, but the thing with this brewery is that there's no service.
Right.
So you have to walk past this family and the baby and the toys on the floor to get to the bathrooms, to order food,
to get water,
and to get water. Otherwise,
and to circle back from the bar.
And to
once
circle
you pick
back
up
from
your
the bar,
beers.
yes, because they have like the cattle thing, you know, lined up, and it's all like you go to the bar and you order at the bar, you take your beer and you walk it back to your seat. But the father had it under control. At one point there were 3 kids on the floor.
I was never concerned about them.
They were attentive to the baby and the toys and the children on the floor.
And those kids weren't moving.
They were not really moving.
Children.
Yeah, they were playing together on the floor quietly.
Yeah.
Lady who works there goes over and says something to them. They abruptly pick up all the toys off the floor. The other 2 kids got into chairs, and the baby is standing up. Okay, all right. So clearly she told them to get it off the floor, which I get because, again, that baby crawls out, and you have the guy running pizzas from downstairs. There's a lot going on past them. I mean, literally, like from where you are to me, like walking past the baby and the toys, whatever.
Very
so, okay,
quickly.
fine.
I mean, this guy's carrying 5-6 pizzas at a time. Like, this place is packed for a Monday on Columbus Day. Packed.
So then you have the groups of parents who have put their kids at their own tables to do their homework. This is at 12:15 on Monday morning. So kids were moved away from the parents to go sit quietly at a table to work on their homework, which, okay, fine, but now also, like, people are standing around waiting for a table, like us, who want to sit down and order a lobster roll or pizza and have beers.
Generate revenue for this
whole
establishment.
table has, like, there were at least 3 tables with just kids sitting at them.
Yeah. With adults standing around, looking around, like, where can I sit or stand with my beer? I have no place to go
No place to go. So then we had the couple sitting behind us. Well, behind you, in front of me. And so look, if this offends you, I'm sorry. Because I have lots of friends who have taken their kids to breweries But I've also been with some of these people when they've taken their kids to breweries, and they did not behave like this. And I certainly, breweries were not a thing that parents went to when we were kids. They didn't exist.
No, I don't think.
I mean, and if they did, I can tell you, anytime my
Not
parents
like
went somewhere,
now.
I was not allowed to be crawling on the floor or chasing my sisters and I. We're not chasing each other around the table. We got up and we were told to get our asses back in the seat, and then we didn't have tablets to play with. We got a fucking crayon, a placemat. We're thrilled. Okay, great. We're just glad to be out of the fucking house. So the table behind us, they have some of their kids at a table because they're the table for two. So we took a table for four. We only needed a table of two, but we went to sit down at the table of two. They promptly put two of their kids at the table for two, so we couldn't take the table for two. So now we're taking up a four top because they've put their kids at a table separate from them because they don't want to sit. They don't want to sit with their own fucking kids, but we have to. So that first pissed me off about them.
Yeah.
Now we'll say 4-year-old and 6-year-old in the group. I think there were somewhere between 4 and 6 kids with this group, and I can't even tell because some of them were sitting. The others were chasing each other around. So again, mind you, we're high tops. We have to get down to go get water. We have to get down to walk over to the bathroom. We have to get down to go order beer. We have to go down to pick up our food. We have to get down and walk over and back again.
Right. So not only do you have to go order your food, but when the food comes up, you now have to go pick it up. Like nobody brings anything.
They
to
drop
you
it
here.
off, and you go over and see if it's yours.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of up and down by the adults at the brewery. So the 2-year-old, not the two, there's like the 4 or 5-year-old and like the 7-year-old. Now they're chasing each other around their parents' table, which is behind Joe's chair, and they're screaming while they fucking do it. Right. With kids, with the fucking screaming. Why? Why? I mean, I don't know if I behaved that way. I do not remember it, and I apologize to anyone that was around me if I want to go screaming and squealing at the top of my fucking lungs. It's ear piercing, and they're chasing each other. And now we cannot safely get out of our seats and get to where we need to go. We can't navigate. So you know what? We're fucking done. We're done. We're fucking done. The parents just sat there drinking their beers.
Didn't care.
And ignoring the kids. But also this falls on the staff.
Sure.
Which also puts the staff into a tricky situation. So I understand the lady went obviously and told the people with the baby, who were perfectly under control and in control of the entire situation.
Really no concern there at all, to
be
perfectly honest.
I mean, they were very much on top of everything right there. But they had to clean up. They had to move the children off the floor, and they had to move the toys off the floor, but nothing is said to these 2 fucking screaming girls that are lapping the 6-top that their parents are sitting at. And now you can't get up and down. I go to get up. I got up to go use the bathroom, and when I walked around the table, because again, it's crowded and there's only one way for me to go, and this screaming child comes running at me, and I let out a very loud, Jesus Christ. I don't fucking care. They didn't even turn their heads, you said.
No.
They didn't even turn their heads. I mean, it just... So we had a whole lot of that for like a few days, and then I was fucking done. I was fucking done. Yeah. So then, and it was we had the nor'easter, the wind and the rain and the everything, and we drove around, and then we went, I don't even remember. I can't.
So the Columbus Day, we went back to Finn's again for some food and drink.
Well, you're right. Because we fucking left the treehouse because of the screaming and the running.
No reason to stay.
Now it's getting dark. I look orange because we have across from us we have orange Halloween lights up. But look how fun this looks.
Very spooky.
Oh, by the way, I did get new outfits for Gladys and Gertrude, but they're inside. They came the day before we left, and so next week, people. Next week. Oh wait, hang on. Also, wait. Well, here, Joe. Put my headband. I forgot to get these out. Squirrel.
It's too tall for the...
It's too tall. And unless we sit like this, which is really bizarre.
That looks weird.
It does look weird. Okay. In. Out. Anyway, do you need another beer? I need another beer. Talking about this makes me have to have a beer. I'm going to leave my ghost on. Anyway. Finn's was a great place. I'm trying to think, did we order any other? I don't think I tried any other new food this time around.
No. Oh, Sunday we went to West End for brunch.
We went to a new place called West End, which was lovely. They had a bunch of Benedicts. I had a mushroom Benedict.
You did.
Eggs Benedict with mushroom, and it had some red whatchamacallit, the dried peppers, the whatchamacallit, the tomato, not the peppers, the tomatoes.
Sun-dried tomatoes.
Jesus Christ. We've been up since, I don't know, I woke up at 5 actually this morning. and couldn't get back to sleep.
I should have woke me up if I just left then.
Why? I don't know. Every time I dozed off, then you would move, and then anyway, look. It was not the most relaxing vacation that we've had. I mean, the trauma of the hotel, and then we would.
We also tried to go through the new places. We tried Skipper Chowder House.
Ooh, yeah! I finally got a Bloody Mary with lobster.
And if you like ice cream, that's a place to hit.
Oh, we were too full. We were too full to we shared. Okay, wait. First of all, so every place is voted best clam chowder.
Every place up there has the best clam chowder around,
and it's all pretty fucking good.
They're all award winning.
They're all award winning, and it's all good. So we shared. So those of you that saw my pictures, we shared that food. By the way, that was not like just for me. So we tried. We drove past there the one day, but it was fucking packed. It was Sunday, I think, or Monday or whatever. I don't know. Yeah. So I had wanted a Bloody Mary with lobster.
And this is their last week to be open. I think they closed Friday
for the season. Yes. So cheers.
Cheers.
Hang on, let me sniff it. So I got the Bloody Mary. You got a little card, and so it was $12 just for the Bloody Mary. Then, depending on the vodka that you wanted, it was $2 or $3 more. And look, if I'm gonna have this fucking thing, I mean, I'm gonna have some good vodka in it. So I went with the Grey Goose. I didn't have a ton of options, but I went with the Grey Goose. I like Grey Goose. Then the celery was free. Got the celery. The regular green olives were free. I got the green olives. The pickle spear I had to pay a fucking $1 for. And here's me to the guy. I'm like, I don't mean to be like a little bitch about this, but what kind of pickles do you have? Because not all pickles are created equal. And he couldn't tell me what kind of pickles they were. It was an okay pickle. And then I paid to have the lobster. It was lobster tail, which was very good.
They had blue cheese stuffed olives for a charge, though.
For $2 or $3. You could also get cheese and pepperoni. You could also get
shrimp too, apparently.
Shrimp. You could get bacon wrapped scallops.
A cheeseburger. You
could get little mini cheeseburger. You could get a Slim Jim. The people that were sitting 2 tables behind you, they got one with a Slim Jim. Because I'm like, what the fuck is sticking on that Bloody Mary? It was a Slim Jim. So when I asked, does anybody ever get the whole thing? And he said, yes. I'm like, well, how does that come? I'm picturing to just topple the glass over. He said it comes on a plate, and they must have it balanced really well, evenly. Oh, you could also get the pepper, like the green peppers that I like the peppercini thingies. Oh, okay, yeah. Pepper, whatever the fuck they're called, pepper and whatever. But there was a charge for those, so I got the free things, and then I only paid for. I was paying market price for fucking lobster tail stuck on there. And then it came with the shell on it, and I was agitated. But luckily they had split it, and all I had to do was pull the meat out. Because I was like, I'm not trying to work for my food. I don't like to have to fucking shuck it. I'm not shucking. But it was delightful.
But they did have something interesting. So they take their clam chowder, and then they deep fry it with some breadcrumbs and make it like a crab cake. But it's the chowder in a crab cake sort of form, if you can follow what I'm saying.
So the chowder is so thick that I think that they just kind of drop it probably into breadcrumbs, and it forms a bit of a ball.
And then fry it.
And then they fry it. So it looks like little crab cakes, right? And then they come out with some kind of a sauce, but he said dip them into
the chowder itself.
And it was because the sauce. I tried it with both, and they're much.
By Ethan.
So it's fried chowder in a cake, dipping it into the chowder.
It was good though. Good call by Ethan.
And all the lobster rolls we had this time around were all the warm butter. We didn't have any
did not do the salad. I know you're not a big salad fan.
I told you I would do that though. I like it. The warm butter, my favorite. I don't like a bunch of filler.
So that was our last full day.
So good.
Then we went to Oak Bar Brewery, a small brewery right on Main Street in the Hyannis.
They had a really cute little,
really nice guys, veteran owned. So good for them.
Yes, super nice guys. He gave us 2 tastes on the house.
Right. They only had 6 on tap, so it's a small brewery. They only had 6 on tap.
But they had games set up. Like Finn's has games set up too. And we're a wicked nice couple. Kind of love fucking Massachusetts. We are. Yeah. So
they were wicked understaffed. She said that twice. Too. They were wicked slow.
She had the full on Boston accent. It was in Cape Cod, but she had the full full on Massachusetts accent.
This young lady was pulling her 3rd or 4th double. And I heard her say to the bartender who was taking over that they are a wicked nice couple in the back.
About us, yes.
That was about us.
And she came to tell us that they were whatever. The other guy would take care of us, and we insisted that she check us out so she could get the tip. And
after working,
she wasn't going to, but then we'd also.
She dealt with 50 of those kids the day before.
We were lamenting about the children, because we came in, it's sit wherever you want. I'm looking around, I just want to make sure there aren't any kids. And she was like,
that was yesterday.
She goes, that was yesterday. She was like, I had this whole room, 50 of them, all running around back here.
Could you imagine?
I'm like, where were the parents? She goes, getting drunk at the bar. I'm like, and this is what I'm talking about, our hotel. That's what was happening at the hotel.
And then doing other things back at the hotel, as I said earlier.
I don't know what the parents were doing back at the hotel.
Yeah.
The parents were attending to the children, but she was by herself the day before with 50 kids running around screaming. And again, I'm sorry, if you're not a toddler, why the fuck are you running around screaming? I can't. I'm sorry. I cannot with this. I think it's annoying. And if you're a parent that does that, I'm sorry, but it's the rest of us, it's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
And I'm all for, you need a break. You don't want to pay for a sitter. Okay, and I guess that's...
I get it.
So when I was growing up, my parents did not take us places. One, maybe because financially, we went out to eat, it was a treat. It wasn't like an all-the-time thing. Mm-hmm. We didn't have breweries and wineries back in the 70s and 80s. Like, you're not going to... We didn't have those places to go. But even when we did, we sat when we went someplace in public with my parents, we sat at a table with the crayon and the placemat. There was no...
My parents always took me. I was well behaved.
I'm sure you were well behaved, but I had siblings, so I know what it could be. But I don't. If we behaved like that way, I do not. I assure you, I was never running around a restaurant, and I was never on the floor crawling around. No. Ew, yuck.
No,
I can't. No. Anyway, so. And the times we've been out with my friends with kids, for the most part, my friends' kids have a tablet or a coloring book or something. There's never the running around, the screaming. I mean, obviously when the kids are younger, they might babies cry or whatever. But this was kids who should know better, who are old enough to know better,
and parents who should know better,
and the parents who should know better. And that didn't.
Lorelai Gilmore should not be your role model.
Oh, that was what I wanted to say about the Gilmore Girls. I can't go back to
more Frank
Girls.
Costanza should be your role model.
Right. So Gilmore Girls, there's an episode, I don't know, in season 1 or 2, where she takes Lorelai takes Rory. They're on like a little road trip. Maybe it was season 2 because she was breaking it with what's his name. I forget. Anyway, they drove to Harvard. I remember they pulled.
Oh my God, so
pulled
obnoxious.
up out front, and I said to you, at the time watching, I'm like, I don't think you just pull up to Harvard and just get out of the car, and then another single car in sight.
No.
And after we were there,
you don't.
You're not just pulling up to any fucking car or pulling up to any sidewalk and just getting out of the car. If that existed, we weren't at that part of campus. Because there's cars everywhere. There are people everywhere. Yeah. I mean, Cambridge is very much a city. I mean, it's not like downtown Philadelphia. It's not like downtown Boston. But it's very much still a city. There are people and cars everywhere.
Well, I mean, one thing you have to remember with these Ivy League schools that are so old, they were built in cities so people could get to them. I mean, it's not like today where you would have some universities that are maybe... Like Villanova out by here, by today's standards, is not far from Philadelphia.
Right.
But in 1850, when they built it, yes, that's pretty far from Philadelphia. So those universities were all built with like Penn and Dartmouth, Brown at Providence, Yale and New Haven, Harvard. They're all built right by cities because you got to be able to get to them.
Right. Take this off. So we'll go back some other time and see the campus.
But to wrap up our food thing,
the food. We're at an
Black
hour.
Cat,
we're past an hour. Oh shit.
Black Cat. Our final night last night for dinner, we went to the Black Cat.
It was okay. It was better. We were there before.
Yeah.
Last night it was an overdone baked potato that was sitting back there with a lot of other overdone baked potatoes. Excuse me. And it's a really good squash that just needed a little bit of salt and it was better, but also just warm when it came out. But that's when I tried the lobster. The Lazy Man lobster with the Newburgh sauce. Jay, tell us what beer this is, and then we're gonna go. Let's see if I make my skeleton make his mouth go.
So this is Rogue Pumpkin Patch Ale, and it's a little too dark for me to be able to tell you what the ABV is on this without lighting
Rogue
up.
Is that from Jersey, California?
They are also from California.
You know, Jersey, California.
I can't tell.
It's a coast. That's all right. We'll show the can if you can see it. There we go. It's a fun can.
There it is. So that was 3 from our 24 pack from Kunda Bev, their autumn sampler. Soon they'll have out their Christmas sampler. They do have Utopus. Perhaps we make a journey there tomorrow. See if they have any left.
Perhaps we do. Okay, so thank you for tuning in for episode 95, STQ After Dark, our Boston recap. Oh wait, I wanted to say though, I know we're way past, but
and we'll see you in March.
We'll be back before then. But Boston, overall, I thought it was a cleaner, nicer city than Philadelphia, hands down.
It is cleaner.
You did not have all the homeless. You did not have all the filth and the trash. I mean, it was a clean, safe feeling city. At least the parts we were walking around, and even in the dark, whatever. I mean, it was cleaner and nicer than Philadelphia. Like from any part of Philadelphia that I've ever been in, it's cleaner and nicer. So that's all I have on that. So, all right, we're gonna wrap up. It's getting dark out here now. We need to literally be done. So, hope you like the Halloween ambiance back here. Yep. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you. I'm empty. I just slugged that last little bit. Look, it's been a day. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week. Kelly, we'll be back next week. So,
bye-bye.
Thanks. Take care. Bye.